Hi everyone, this is Laura and happy Friday to all. Let me just start saying happy Friday, happy Friday. um, I'm so glad I finally have a minute to show some stuff that I was working on. It's been a super crazy 2 weeks, guys. I have been super busy. Um, I did find a few of my Christmas embellishments, a very few stickers, but yeah, apparently some of my I still don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know. But anyways, I'm gonna get started on some Christmas projects and cards and stuff. I have um, a little bird that told me that we're going to be getting some holiday dies from Diamond Dies real soon. So I'm going to be creating a lot of projects for Diamond Dies because a lot of the stuff that I am going to be making, not only is it going to be a project for them, but they're going to be gifts. I'm going to try to incorporate my projects into cards and gifts for the holiday season. So yeah, you might be bombarded with a whole bunch of project videos showing a lot of their dies because I already know what's about to be coming down, and you guys are really going to want to check those out. They are going to be gorgeous, and I can't wait to get the goodies so I can start working on those projects. So I decided before I get my Diamond Eyes DT package and totally get engrossed and thrown into my Christmas cards and Christmas layouts, because I am trying to create as many handmade gifts as I possibly can for my family because I just really can't shop like I've been shopping this past couple of years, guys. It's just not going to happen this year. So I decided rather than go out and purchase stuff, why not create handmade stuff that I have from my stash? Yes, my stash. I opened up the Happy Vaults. All the Happy Vaults are open, and I am using anything and everything to make these little projects, these little holiday projects. And I'm going to feel great doing them for three reasons. A, I'm not going to go and do any extra shopping, which hubby's going to be really proud of me because I will be saving us tons of money by making these projects because then I don't have to go out there and buy anything. B, I'm using up all my stuff in my Happy Vault because, guys, I really did run out of room in my craft room. Oh, I think since 2 years ago. Um, so this is a good way to just pull out all those items and use them and see all those things that I've been saving in my Happy Vault, a special occasion, a special occasion, a special occasion. Well, I can't think of a more special occasion than the holiday season, Christmas, which is my favorite time of the year, and plus giving it to those whom I love and care for and creating these projects for them. I mean, it's just a win all the way around for me. And it gets me to use up a lot of my items that my friends have sent me that I've also been putting in my Happy Vault for the longest. And some of the stuff I can't even remember. My beautiful scrappy friends who sent them to me. So if you see a lot of items and you say, wow, I gave that to her 3 years ago, yeah. And I'm using it now, guys. So, and I may not remember who it was, but you know I loved it if I'm using it and I'm finally sharing it. So let me share with you my first little project. Oh, I had a little stash of these Bulsar boxes, and one of my sweet dear friends was able to pick up a few of them from me from Michael's when they were on sale. And then I also was gifted two or three of them as well. They were gifted to me, and I have loved these forever. I've always liked them. I always thought they were the cutest things in the world, and they're so much fun to alter. So I decided to go into my stash, pull as many as I can find out, and just start decorating them. And this will be my first little series of my Bulsar boxes, which are going to be gifts. So let me share with you what I've done with them so far. And I have one that I'm actually not done yet. And this one, I'm not done with it yet. I just started decorating this one. And this is what that looks like so far. And I'll be bringing that one in a future video. Let me share with you the ones I did finish. I'll show you the pink one first. Now this one I did very light pink, a very shabby pinky color. And that was that paint is a folk art paint. It's soft pink. I thought I had it here next to me. I made it left it downstairs because I'm still painting cigar boxes with the paint. So what I did real quick, let me get variety out. Let's start with the little button. Here I just put, first I painted the whole box with the pink paint. And then what I did was I colored the little elastic as well. I covered the whole box with lace and then with this pink trim. And then I also covered it with this very light pink bling. To the center, the little button thingy here, I added one of those round rhinestone centers. And I wanted to share that with my friends who may not know what that looks like. I did have one right here. Oopsies. I'm so sorry, guys. I had one right here so that I can share with you what that looks like. See, it looks just like that. And what I did was I just put a flat back pearl, or rather a cabochon in this case. Usually I stick flat back pearls, but I just stuck a little flower cabochon in the center. And then on the top, I added some of these pearl sprays I had in my stash, some of these that I've had in my stash, and I had some of these baby closed pink rosebuds rather, and these are from Wild Orchids Crafts. And I just wanted to put them down upside down, like if they were hanging, like when you're drying flowers. To the top here, I have some very light ivory roses and some very soft pink baby roses. And these are the 15 millimeter roses also from Wild Orchids Craft. And I love these size flowers. These are like my favorite size for altering and decorating. And then on the back, I put this little tiny piece of chipboard, which it was like a really, really hot pink, but it was just too hot pinky for me. So what I did was I sprayed it with the Lindy's Creme Brulee cream. I also painted it with the soft pink. And then I kind of mushed it with my finger so some pink can show, so it can have a three-tone look. And I don't know if you can tell here where I mushed it with my fingers. I just painted it with my fingers. And then what I'll do is I'll put a little something here when I decide who is going to be receiving that. On the sides of the Bulsar box, I added a tiny little, oops, I'm sorry, I have a little glue string there. I have a tiny little rose bud. This is the really tiny, what do they call that? Rosé, or the fabric flowers, or the shabby chic flowers, which I put a tiny little pink pearl in. Then I took this trim, and this is from Recollections. These were those trims that were on sale. And it was a pink trim, an embroidered trim, and it's a beautiful trim. I was kind of sad to cover it up, but it looked so cute with the bling. So I just hot glued it here. I added some bling on the trim, another rosé on this side with a little flat back pearl. And now this will act as a little handbag. Come on, camera. So that's one bag that I made there. Oh, and on the inside, I didn't do anything to the inside. I just left it plain. I did paint the insides all the way. And guys, I used up a lot of paint with these projects. Oh my goodness, my paint supply is almost gone. So that's the pink one. Then I did a green one. And I love, love, love this color green. Again, this is called Sea Glass, and this is Americana acrylic paint. And I've never used the Americana one. It was my cousin. We went to Michael's one day, and these were actually on sale, and I bought a few of them. And I'm so happy I did because they are really nice paints. And this is what that paint looks like. And again, please excuse any glue hairs you may see because I was in such a rush to get these done and get them loaded. Because I always do that. Then I forget. So same thing. I covered the whole box with that paint, and then what I did was, and I don't know if you can see that, I added the creme brulee by Lindy's, and it kind of it's almost neutral, so you can see the stains there. It gives it like a shiny gold two-tone effect. And on the sides, I took a little flower, a piece of my flower applique. This was a trim, and it was white, and I painted it, and then I cut them in little pieces, the little flowers. So these are really like little appliques. After I painted them and cut them apart, I just put a flat back pearl on top and then put a bow there to cover the little band there. And I did that on both sides, right there. And then this trim was actually in my stash. This was white. I don't know if you can see that on the other side. I did paint it, but I did it more like a whitewash type of paint. I dabbed with my fingers. I did everything with my fingers, and I just rubbed in some paint. I didn't want it totally green. I wanted some of the white to show. So that's what I did with this trim, and then of course I just added some mesh bling on top. I did cover this with some beautiful green lace. And this lace was gifted to me. I just can't remember um, because I had it loose in a bag. I took it out of the bag. I was such a dummy. But whoever gave me this beautiful lace, thank you so much, my scrappy sissies, because it was a lifesaver. There you go. So I just glued on the lace, and then I took some 6 millimeter and 8 mil. No, I'm sorry, 4 millimeter and 6 millimeter pearls, and also in a very light green. And I just alternated between big and small on the bottom. On the back, I have um, this butterfly, and this was sent to me by Cassie Keith in a swap that we had done recently. And I just added some sprays, and I just glued that little butterfly down, and that's also in a nice light seafoam green. And then I again alternating between the small and the big flat back pearls in green. I just put a little trail behind the butterfly. On the top here, I have some flowers that I also painted with the acrylic paints. Again, another nice pretty little glue string. I do apologize for that. I have here some of these green gold leaves that I had took apart from a spray in Michael's. I also have a wild orchids flower, and this one is 10 millimeter. The other ones were 15. Um, and I have wild orchids flower here, here, and here. And these are all wild orchids. This one was just one that I won from Sonia de Jesus's channel that Sonia has sent me. Thank you so much, Sonia. Your flowers came in really handy for a lot of these projects. I used up a lot of the flowers you sent me. I love them so much. And then over here I have a little hand mirror charm and the little pocketbook. I have some white satin leaves also underneath and layered. And I just hot glued all of it down. So that's my green one. And then my blue one, again, same principle. I use some folk art paint, and this one is called Sky Blue. Yep, Sky Blue. And for this one, I wrapped up the what do you call this? The little rubber band that holds it. I wrapped it up with some of the trim that you see on the bag as well here. And you see a really, really bad glue string here. So sorry about that, guys. And of course, I'll clean these up a lot better once I'm off camera. But what I did was I painted everything blue, and then I added this trim here, and I also added it on the elastic. Um, for the little center button, I have this little blue fabric flower, and this was actually sent to me years ago by Jackie, who's scrapping Latina. And the reason I remember this from Jackie is because I only had 3 of them, and I've held on to them forever. And I finally used them. And then underneath that, I have this ivory off-white crochet trim, and I covered the whole box with that lace trim. I cut it in strips, and then I just Mosh Podged it all down. Here I have some of this bling going across, the square bling, and that was actually sent to me by Steph, who's Brown Baby Craftaholic on YouTube. And then I have some bling and some more of those little glittery leaves that I got in Michael's. And I added some flowers. This came from my orchids. This came from my stash, as well as this one. And this also, this little sweetheart blossoms came from our orchid, and this came from my stash. And the bling, it was also from my stash. And I just added some of that blue mesh bling in aqua along the top here as well. And I added some more of the trim. And guys, there's a lot of different layers of lace and trim and bling. I don't know if the camera's going to pick all that up. This is actually a Spellbinders die. I cut it out of cereal box in my cousin's house. This was her die. I cut out several pieces and I brought some home. And then I colored it in the same paint that I colored the Bulsar box. I added some rhinestones, and again I will add something here when I decide who I'm gifting this to. And again, some more of that square mesh bling trim, and I added a little blossom, sweetheart blossom in the center. And then on the sides, I just have a big blue bow that I made out of satin ribbon. And I did put one bow on each side. I'm thinking I'm going to go back and put a little flat back pearl on the center of the bows or a flower. It's kind of, I feel like it's missing something. And then this blue trim, again, was sent to me by one of my beautiful scrappy sisters. And I used a lot of stuff from my friends with these projects. So I took the trim and the bling, and I just hot glued it together to make it a little bit stronger. And again, this one, I'm not going to lie, whoever gets this one is a little bit of a, you really need some strong fingers to get this one open, but it does come off. And that's because, I don't know if you can tell, I tried to wrap the trim around it, and I didn't realize that even though it was wrapped and hot glued, the more stretched, the more the glue was going to give way. So I'm going to have to work on fixing that part right there. And again, just plain blue on the inside like the others. And I have a little string here I have to cut off. So guys, those are some of the boxes, some of my Christmas goodie boxes that I will be giving, um, that I will be making as gifts. And I have about 6 more to make. Actually, 4 more to make. So I will be sharing those with you shortly. I sure hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend and a blessed Friday. I hope you enjoy yourselves and get some crafty stuff done. Work on some handmade gifts yourself. I still have this little box, and this is a darker pink. This one was the lighter pink. This is more like a musty. I didn't decorate it yet. I'm just waiting for it to dry because I'm Mod Podge the lace on, and I hot glued the trims on. So I will be working on some more of these. And I still have this one that I also painted, and I gotta go back and decorate now. And she's all done and ready. Oh yeah, and well, you know what? Maybe I'll save that. No, you know what? Let me share this with you real quick. I'm also working on some handmade embellishments, and I want to share with you guys how I made these. I didn't have any wire, any kind of thick wire available, so what I did was I went outside and gathered some twigs, and I actually have made this out of vines that grow wild in my backyard, because from a previous Christmas project a while ago, I actually made some decorations using this wire, and it's just so paper thin. It's almost like string. So what I decided to do was just grab the twigs and wrap it in the wire for stability. And then once I did that, I wrapped them up with seam binding. And that's how they came out. And I saw this idea from Miss Jennings, although she did not use twigs. She used wire. But yeah, I decided to use some twigs, because my hands really can't, um, I can't work with the big gauge wire. It's just too hard on my hands for me. And I started decorating one just to see what it would look like. And I'm actually quite happy with the results. So I'm going to be working on decorating some of these also to be giving away to some of my friends over the holidays, some little embellishments there. I have so many other Christmas embellishments I want to work on, and I'm just running out of time. But thank you all for watching. I hope you all have a blessed Friday. I think I said that before. I'm saying it again. Thank you all for commenting, subscribing. Thank you to all my new and old subscribers for supporting me. And I hope to share with you another project real soon. So stay tuned. Bye now.